up, guys? It's January 5th, so about a month since last time we recorded. This is Baby Bear. We're best friends now again. Now that I'm eating, before she was a little pain in the butt. A little too much for me to handle. About a month post-show, my weight is quite a bit up. I don't want to say I struggled a bunch post-show with like the rebound. It was more so I just took a mental detox. I've been doing this for a long time, so I just wanted to go back to being a good significant other, a good friend, being a human being for a little bit. And we did do a shotgun prep in 8 weeks, so it's not like I was really full bodybuilder besides the 8 weeks of prep I was in. That was badass. Look, we got some, as you see, we moved apartments, got the overall trophy, got the class trophy there. Sweet picture my buddy Sal took show and as a housewarming gift, and his mom got it framed for us. It's a new place. It's very comfy, very homey, spacious. No, so I was 192 192.6 when I made weight at the show, and then by the last time I weighed myself going into the finals, I was 2.2, and we still weren't fully filled out. We could have definitely filled out a little bit more, as judges' feedback was, and Jaden also said we could have filled out more. But I just had to really deplete and stuff to make myself make weight, and I have a decent amount of muscle mass, so I just had to suck down to make that weight cap. But I was 202 going in the finals. Our carb up was insane. I wish we recorded that, but both Hannah and I were trying to be present in the moment, if that makes sense. Because the other day we were talking, I was like, oh, wouldn't it have been funny if we would have recorded us stressing out in the bathroom? Because I was stressing out the night before because I was 206 pounds when I went to bed. And I was like, almost like, fuck, I'm pulling out the show, I'm not doing this. I'm going to go get a McGriddle or something. And then that's why you have a coach and a good friend. And Jaden was like, calm down, like, just go the fuck to bed. You'll wake up, it'll be a little later. Which is what happened. I woke up, I was 199. And then we just got on the road, went to Illinois. We got to the hotel at, 10:30. And then we weren't able to, they told us we'd be able to check in at 3 on the app. But then the guy told us probably more so 1. So we just literally killed time. But I got there, weighed myself on the scale in the hotel lobby bathroom. I was 197. That's not too bad, only 3 pounds over. And then we went to this grocery store. I don't know if any of you have ever heard it, but it was like, no, it's called what, Schmutz? Nux? Yeah. I don't know. My favorite grocery store I've ever been to, and that's over Publix too. But they have the best baked goods I've ever seen. They just have everything you can think of grocery-wise. The best snacks, the best food. They had all sorts of almond butter you could think of, fit butters, honeys. It was just cool. I enjoy little things like that. And Hannah found all these cool protein bars. They had all the energy drinks. So we snagged a bunch of stuff from there. I think we spent like $200. I was like texting Jaden, like I said in the video, that whole day of what I had from like 11 p.m. to 6 p.m. from check-ins, 300 mLs of water, no food, and just chilled. Went to Crunch Fitness. I did 3 rounds of 10 minutes of sauna, which then we got back to the hotel room, and Hannah and I were like stressing out because while I was doing sauna, she came in clutch. She got like stuff for the hotel room, so I want to get tan on the towels or the bed or anything because those fees are insane. We got back, still couldn't check in, so then we went to the bathroom again, used the scale. I stepped on it, and it said 194. They're like exactly my weight. Like that's what I'm saying. That would have been fun to film because like if you would have saw her, we just like looked at each other like no way, and then like she's like no, let's put it in a different spot in the bathroom and see if it's 194. So we like moved the scale around like 3-4 different times. It was like 194 even each time. It was just like a cool moment. Like freaked out. I was like in disbelief and just. I like texted Jane and sent him a picture. I was like, we're exactly at weight. He's like, okay, you can start sipping on water. And I was like, nah. I'm not risking that at all or anything. So that was cool. And then I think we finally got to check in. I don't remember when, but just like ran errands and I took Hannah to go get modes for the first time, which is insane. Illinois has like a 10% almost food tax. So like for Moe's, literally just for like a bowl, $1 something extra of meat, it's like $30. But I don't know, I like Moe's, but definitely not worth $30. And it was just insane. Then we went back, finally checked in, finally took a nice shower. I hadn't really had like a bowel movement or anything, so I don't recommend for everyone, but I've always had like some type of like GI issues. But I did a suppository, which I finally had like a little bit of bowel movement. That dropped my weight even further to like 193.6. So then I was like, meant okay, for like a solid amount under a weight cap will be fine. Then remember we went to go get our tan, got my tan, and then we're supposed to start check-ins at 5. But then we waited in, there was almost like what, 300 athletes or more at this show, which I did not expect. Awesome show. I highly recommend if you're going to do this show and it's your first show ever. The Midwest Classic is a beautiful show. It's ran so smoothly. I've been to like junior nationals and other big like are supposed to be more well organized, but like this show is like it was flawless. Like the staff was nice. Pro Tan did amazing per usual, and it was just really good. Well ran. But yeah, we were in like check-in line for like an hour. I'm like almost 24 hours of no food, like 20 hours almost of like no, well, I had some water, but like it was just absurd. Long time, I'm like already fatigued as hell. But the main thing I was stressing out was like I was over like the food and the thirst part. It's 5:30. I'm like I have like 12 to 14 hours to fill out, which is not a lot of time to get all this food in. So it'd be nice. So finally checked. It was like 6 p.m. by the time we checked in. They hired me in. I was like, for my height, if they get me at the right class, I'm fine weight-wise. But then I was like, okay, I'm like very lean. How much fat did I lose on my feet? Stuff like that. And there's a couple times during proper hand I try to like hype myself, and it was just starting to stress me out. But they had me in at like 5'8" 3/4, and I was like, yes, because I saw her write down 194 was my weight. Okay. And I go to step on the scale, 192.6, and it was funny how, because like the second I made weight, and I had like a Tupperware of 300 grams of beef, or 300 grams of white rice, 150 grams of beef, and 3 chocolate chip cookies. She handed that to me. I just started going to town. I ate, and then I texted Jaden, and I was like, hey, made weight, blah blah. He's like, have meal 1, and then he's like, okay, we have a really tight window of filling you out. You don't have a whole lot of time. Went from like starting to like we're eating every hour at this point. It's basically the same exact meal with like muffins added in here and there, and then we went from beef to egg whites because egg whites digest really quickly. And like at that point, we don't really need a protein. Protein, I think, just helps slow down the digestion a little bit. We're not really trying to hone muscle or anything at that point. Every hour I was eating, and I went from the whole prep like 100 grams of white rice near the end there with like 3 meals. So I was eating 300 grams. So from like 6 p.m. till prejudging, I had like almost 1,600 grams of white rice and an absurd amount of chocolate chip cookies. What, 4 muffins? Blueberry muffins? Like, it was rough. At first, the first 2 meals I was having fun with it. But when you're like eating that much carbs and food and having like 150 to 200 mLs of water per meal, it's kind of torture. It's dry. I remember my last meal before it was just like at 1 a.m. I didn't even finish the whole thing. It was like 150 grams of beef, 300 grams of rice, a muffin, and a cookie. And like I remember I left like a fourth of the meal because like I was literally so full. My heart was pounding. I thought I was gonna like throw up on it. Like Hannah and Maddie were sleeping peacefully, and I'm just, do I pull it? Just suffer through it. Yeah, that was fun. Obviously, we won the whole show. I didn't expect that. I made a few friends. Latman, Jake Leonard. Cool as hell, dude. I've been literally following him for a hot minute on TikTok, and it's funny because like my coworkers and I were like, I'm like, dude, have you seen this guy? I'm like, he has a really good structure. He's like funny as hell. I was like showing him all his dance videos and doing flips and stuff. So I like introduced myself to him backstage. Nicest dude ever. Like I just like clicked, laying backstage together the whole time. Just became really good friends through that, and him and I Snapchat and talk the whole time now. So cool ass dude. He's gonna have definitely a bright future in the sport. If you haven't, you should watch his podcast he did with Antoine. It was really good. And then I think Greg Doucette did a video on him. But yeah, really cool dude. Another guy I met too backstage. He's up in, I think, Toledo, Perrysburg area. Justice. He's really cool. He's a controlled insanity athlete. So they have some cool gear if you ever want any of his stuff. Code Jade there. But yeah, health phase / early preseason. So like I said, my weight was 202. My last check-in, which was a couple days ago, I was 225. I know it's a lot of weight increase, but like I said at the beginning of the video, I was just trying to get back to like living a regular life, not focus too much on body, because like in my head, I already set a game plan. Like I showed you guys when we went to Vitamin Shop in that one video, game plan of what I wanted to do. And then we have like an official game plan, so I will be doing youth as my national show, which is my pro qualifier, in I think it's the first week of July. They released the schedule. 2 weeks away, 27 weeks away. Jaden said we'll start prep officially March 28th, I believe. So from here to cleaning up things, I've been cleaned up with my diet for ever since the day after Christmas. I was like, okay, we're locking up. But yeah, no, at first it was like I had a lot of things going wrong. I do way better with clean food. Obviously, we had cookies in Starbucks. They're very calorie dense. Like the day I like woke up, I remember looking at it, like I looked like I got stung by bees. Like my face like swelled up, eyes swelled up really, and I just didn't do hot. My stomach shrank a lot. I don't do well with sugar like that. And like we went to go get breakfast. I ate an omelet and some French toast. Not a lot of food. Not like how I would have crashed out in the past. And I was just like really full. I was like, this is really sitting in my stomach. And then we had a 6-hour car drive. Had a couple protein shakes that were isolates, like the raw energy or the raw ones. And then I had my bacon chicken ranch sandwich from Panera, which was not a lot of food, with an apple. And then finally got home. I tried to have a slice of my bun cake that they gave us from the show for the overall winners. Ended up throwing up for like half an hour. I had like a bad allergic reaction to that. My face swelled up, my body swelled up. It was just like my body was holding on to everything, and then it was miserable. I had to start taking muscle relaxers because I had a TMJ flare up, which is like part of the reason why we weren't filming. I was having like a bunch of physical reactions post show. So like I rebounded, held a lot of unhealthy water on, like pitting edema in my legs. My TMJ flared up. My face was massive. It was so bad. I don't know if I have a photo of it, but it was just a horrible experience. Being edema everywhere. The TMJ was so bad. It was like my sternomastoids were locked up. The back of my neck was locked up. My temples were huge. My jaw was massive. I was just starting to feel it, and it just wasn't good. My training was good, but like at the same time, I was like, oh man, I'm holding on to so much water, and I just wasn't happy with the hand. I was like, oh, you look great, blah blah blah. I'm like, no, you're lying to me. I look fucking terrible. But so these were my last check-ins here, which I posted on Instagram actually. But really good shape and conditioning for 225 here. Our starting point for all this. Continue keep tightening things. Per judges' feedback, honestly, I have nothing to work on, just tighten up. But we're bodybuilders. I'm very competitive with myself, and I just compare myself to the best. I try to not to be delusional, but if I'm gonna do something, I like, do the best I can be, and I just compare myself like I was watching the other day. It was 58 guys I said were at the Olympia. I was just watching the prejudging, and okay, how can I get to that point? And the judges' feedback was just that I could, if anything, just fill out more, which would cause me to be tighter. And personally, I think I can definitely come in a little leaner. I want to come in harder. So my personal goals, along with my coach, is to just grow my posterior chain. So I'm just right now hammering the hell out of RDLs, bent over rows, everything for like my lower erectors, my glutes. So biggest things, lower erectors and glutes is what I'm trying to work on. I took a break from training arms for 4 years, actually training them. So we're implementing that. I already have big arms, but that'll just make them even better. So posterior chain is the game plan. Show-wise, universe, and for my own personal goal, obviously I want to do universe. Got to get the pro card. But my mindset right now is like universe is going to be the warm-up. I want to do Chicago, which is 3 weeks after or at the end of the month. But my game plan is universe, get the pro card. That's the warm-up show, and the real show is Chicago, because I want to see where I stack up against the actual pros. So I would like to be peeled and shredded for 200 pounds, 205 pounds versus the 192 I was for show. Well, that's 200 pounds already for the show. Like I said, I could be tighter and stuff, but I want to be like inside out 100, 204, and then just manipulate the hell out of water to make my amateur cap. So once I do that, I'm going to feed in into like my pro debut around my pro weight cap, because my pro weight cap will be 205, 204. So that's the game plan. I have a completely different mindset. I'm just really focused on like my coaching business. I'm focused on doing content more because I actually enjoy it. So I've been a lot more active on Instagram, TikTok. I want to be more active on YouTube because this is fun. Just like show you guys like my everyday things, like struggle. Like I said, I had all those struggles post show with like the inflammation, the reaction with the pumpkin, finding out I was allergic to that. But I did a gut protocol, so I did an antibiotic, kill good and bad gut microbiome. So that's kind of like a clean house for my gut. And then did a prebiotic and probiotic, digestive enzyme. So gut health is huge. That's all fixed. And I'm just ready to go, and that's the game plan. So that's where we're at right now. Very excited for the future. Yeah, just let me know what you guys want to see. Just wanted to give you guys a little update. Bear wanted to say hello. He He got his shit together. He's gonna go pro. The main goal is to make it to Vegas in October, right, Vic? Thank you guys for supporting. Like I said, it means the world to me. Oh, and other news, I actually signed with Roll One. So if you guys want any supplement products, I've tried their pre-workout and I've tried their collagen and glutamine. Their protein's by far my favorite thing. I've had flavor. Like if you go on their website and you look at the ice, like I said, I always recommend isolates. They have phenomenal flavors of isolates and a insane amount of flavors. If you're a big Ninja Creamy person, they have a whole I think it's like 5 or 7 different sources of protein they use for one of their proteins, but it's like a gourmet texture, like ice cream, and that would be perfect for Ninja. Like if you have a Ninja Creamy, so I plan on ordering at least 1 tub of those, like as like my cheat meal, and give that a try. Yeah, you like that? But yeah, no, if you want to use any Roll One products, use code TRON, capital TRON, for Roll One, and I'm trying to see if I'll be at the Arnold booth with them in end of February, beginning of March. So if anybody's coming to the Arnold, want to like meet up or get a workout, just hit me up on Instagram or something and just let me know. But very excited for the off season. It's gonna be a good time, and this is just the beginning, man. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna get shit done, and it's gonna be so much fun. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.